Good afternoon, Hail Stalkers. This is meteorologist John Choquette here for Hail Trace on our October 6, 2016 hail forecast and a special forecast for Hurricane Matthew. We have a chance for hail today across the central and northern plains. So we have here on our forecast, we have a chance for hail across Oklahoma and Kansas and even as far north as parts of Nebraska and Missouri. We have a 20% chance here in Topeka, where the best chance of hail is. Any initial supercells that go up in our purple area has a chance of seeing up to tennis ball size hail. Everywhere here in the orange has a chance up to golf ball size hail. And it looks like what's going to happen today is storms are going to initially go up as supercells and very quickly turn into a line as the cold front pushes through the region. And once it turns into a line, the chances of hail goes down considerably, which is why we only have a 15% chance for Oklahoma City, and that's up to about ping pong ball size hail, and similarly for Kansas City as well. Just a side note, as of recording this, we had a few storms that formed and dropped some marginally severe hail around the Lincoln area, but most of it was fairly rural. Going to our local hail forecast, our pick city is Topeka, Kansas. Starting about 4 o'clock this afternoon, a storm should form and expected to wind down by about 8 o'clock up to tennis ball size hail. Your chance of hail is about 20%, and finally wind-driven hail maybe up to 70 miles per hour with any of those stronger wind gusts with these supercells. Oklahoma City a little bit later at 6 to 9 p.m. up to about ping pong ball size hail, chance of hail about 15%, and finally winds again about 70 miles per hour for your maximum. Finally, our final city that we're highlighting is Kansas City, about a little later than Topeka, about 7 to 9 p.m. Max hail size, I'd say tentatively up to golf ball size hail, but realistically maybe even smaller than that. The westernmost sides of Kansas City looks to be where there is even a chance for hail at all, and about 15% for the area, and finally wind-driven hail about 70 mile per hour maximum. We're going to shift gears a little bit here, and we're going to talk about Hurricane Matthew now. It's a very powerful Category 4 hurricane with up to 140 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts up to 165 miles per hour, and it has been strengthening all morning. Looks like it should continue to strengthen heading into the rest of the day. Pressure at 940 millibars and slowly moving to the northwest at 14 miles per hour. Hurricane Matthew is ravaging the Bahamas right now, and it looks like Florida is in for some serious trouble as the track basically has it riding right along the eastern coast of Florida. And for those of you who don't really know, the eastern coast of Florida is extraordinarily densely populated. There's over 1.5 million people that have been ordered to evacuate as of right now. And it looks like the potential for devastating winds is anywhere in this red section. So places like Daytona Beach and Cape Canaveral, even as far south as Fort Lauderdale, could see devastating effects from this hurricane. We're going to have more updates about this in just a very Hurricane Matthew-centric video later on today. Derek will be doing lots of videos tomorrow as well regarding Hurricane Matthew and the effects it has. Right now it looks like it's going to skirt the coast and probably make landfall right at Cape Canaveral, and that's a worst case scenario where it's going to do devastating winds of over 120 miles per hour over a very, very wide area, going just right along the coastline and then eventually moving out to sea a little bit more by Jacksonville. But as of right now, it's looking like it'll skirt the coast and then move out and then eventually even loop around and come back into Florida, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can, as always, call us at 855-334-4245. Email us at info@hailtrace.com. Follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. And again, we'll be doing live updates later on today regarding specifically Hurricane Matthew. And if there are any large storms that form and head towards any population centers with hail, we will be doing live updates for those as well, as long as our usual text alerts. And we'll have updates on Hurricane Matthew tomorrow. I'm meteorologist John Choquette. Have a great rest of your Thursday.